PMI CPMAI 2026 Practice Test Part 2. Bad questions ruin AI projects faster than bad code ever could. I have seen it happen. You ask the wrong question, you build the wrong thing, and then you fail. 6 months of work goes down the drain because nobody asked why. Let us fix your questions today so you never waste time like that. Quick reminder, this is just a part of the complete course. You can get the link in the description for the complete practice questions with explanations, which will help you get your certification. I have also put a link to my Udemy practice test. It has 180 questions just like these. Section 2, Business Understanding, Asking the Right Questions. Welcome back, my friend. I am so glad you are still here with me. Today we are talking about Phase 1, Business Understanding, and honestly this is my favorite phase. Why do I love it so much? Because you do not write a single line of code here. You just sit down with people, you listen carefully to their problems, and you think really hard about what they actually need. In CPMAI, business understanding is the foundation of your entire project, so do not skip it. If your foundation is weak and cracked, your whole project falls down hard. It does not matter if your model is smart or your data is clean. If you are solving the wrong problem, you have already failed before you even started. So let me ask you, what do we actually do during this phase? First, we identify the real business problem, not the technical wish list. For example, customers are leaving us every month, is a clear business problem. But we need a churn prediction model, is a technical solution, and we are not ready for solutions yet. Second, we define success criteria together with the business team. How do we know we actually won here? Do we need to save $1 million? Do we need to answer calls in under 2 minutes? Write it down clearly, and get their signature on paper. Third, we assess feasibility because dreams need reality checks. Do we have the data available right now? Do we have enough budget for this? Do we have the right skills on our team? If you have no data, you cannot build anything. It is really that simple. Fourth, we create a high-level project plan to guide our journey. This is not a fixed contract, it is a flexible roadmap. We know we will iterate and change things along the way. But we still need a starting point to begin our work. Here is a mistake I see all the time, and maybe you have made it too. A stakeholder walks in and says, I want AI on my project. And you just smile and say, okay, that is wrong, my friend, that is very wrong. You need to say, why? Then you ask, why? Again. Then you ask, what does good look like for you? You need to be a detective, not an order taker. Please remember this rule, write it down if you need to. Business understanding is not a single 1-hour meeting, it is a full project phase. It takes days, sometimes it takes weeks. Do not rush it, do not skip it, and do not let anyone bully you into building before you understand. Let me give you a real story from one of my students. She worked at a big bank, and her manager wanted a fraud detection model immediately. She asked him, Sir, what does fraud look like to you? He said, you know, bad guys taking our money. She asked again, but what specific transaction looks like fraud? He paused for a long time. He did not know the answer. They spent 2 weeks defining fraud together. That is business understanding, right there. You cannot label your training data if you do not know what you are searching for. Alright, enough teaching for now, let us test your brain with some real exam questions. Read each question slowly, and think like a project manager, not like a programmer. 1. A stakeholder comes to you and says, I want to use AI to predict next quarter sales. What is the very first question you should ask them? What specific decision will you make with that sales prediction? Predictions are completely useless if nobody acts on them. If they cannot change their behavior, do not waste money building the model. 2. The business team defines project success as simply achieving 95% accuracy. Why is this definition risky and incomplete? Accuracy does not measure actual business value or real financial impact. You can be 95% accurate and still lose money. Maybe the 5% errors are catastrophic and expensive. You need business metrics, not math homework. 3. During business understanding, your team discovers there is no historical data available. What should be your next step? Stop the project and honestly reassess the feasibility right now. You simply cannot train a model on empty air. Sometimes you must collect data first. Killing a bad project early is actually a huge win. 4. Which 3 roles must be present during the business understanding phase for it to succeed? Business stakeholders, project managers, and experienced data scientists. Business people know the problem deeply. Data scientists know what is technically possible. Project managers keep everyone focused and on track. 5. The HR team wants to predict employee turnover. They define success as identifying who will quit next month. What critical piece is missing here? A clear action plan for employees who are identified as risks. What do you actually do with that list? Give them a raise. Fire them first. Without an action, your prediction is just useless OFFICE trivia. Closing for section 2. Do you see how deep this rabbit hole goes, my friend? Business understanding is not just talking about feelings. It is translation work. You take business wishes, and you turn them into engineering tasks that actually deliver money. If you want to see how I write full project charters and success metrics from scratch, I have a whole section on this inside my Udemy course. I also sell a beautiful one-page business understanding checklist on my Etsy store. It hangs on your wall, and it saves your projects. Both links are sitting in the description box below, go check them out. Also, I need your help, please leave me a comment. What is the dumbest stakeholder request you ever received? I want to laugh with you, and I might make a video about it. Do not forget to hit subscribe, we have 4 more sections to cover together. Section 3 is all about data understanding. That is where most people accidentally introduce bias into their models. You do not want to be that person, trust me. I will see you in the next video, keep learning and keep asking why.